That's better. Music was giving me issues. We'll give it a minute. Let people sign in. If they're going to sign in, then we'll get started, y'all. Updated. Kind of behind the eight ball today. Almost done, guys. Put this in the YouTube chat. All right. That took me way too long. Good morning, Brett. And outside of that, good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto, a place where I read you the boring crypto news in the morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I am your host. Let's jump right into it, y'all. MasterCard tokenized 30% of its transactions in 2024. Welcome to the era of crypto. U.S. crypto exchange Coinbase eyes India comeback. Ether shoots up 3.5% as CBOE 21 shares seek to add ETH staking to ETF. We're assuming this is why we got that small pump yesterday afternoon. Moving on. Texas lawmakers refile Bitcoin reserve bill, adding room for more crypto, not just Bitcoin. State reserve bills add up to $23 billion in Bitcoin buys, says Van Eck. And more keep yourself safe news. Six men kidnapped a Chicago family, forcing 15 million crypto transfers. Not going to spend too much time on that, guys. It's more of just a warning. What I usually do. To the market. Refresh this real quick. Guys, per usual, housekeeping. If you enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please like the video. Share the video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, on all your social platforms, guys. Let's get more people in here. Let's build this community. Let's get people talking about crypto. Let's get crypto adoption. Let's make some people some monies. Tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your husband, because tell your cat, tell your dog, because we're getting everybody in crypto. On top of that, guys, if you are interested in learning how to trade crypto, learning how to trade traditional markets, or you already know and you want to be part of a community that can help you get more eyes on the market, guys, I strongly recommend clicking on the link that is pinned in both chats, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Good morning, D. To the Pip Connect, ran by the one and only Andy Peters. Guys, see if it might be a good fit for you. I've been part of it. It's helped me significantly, as well as we're all helping each other become financially savvy, helping with lifestyle, etc., etc. Guys, check it out. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to me or Andy, again, to see if it might be a right fit for you. And it might not be, and that's okay too. But at least get your questions answered. Don't miss out on the next early call or trade. Yeah. All right. With that being said, I think I got all of the formal stuff out of the way. Let's jump right into the market, guys. Current market cap right now sitting at 3.17 trillion, up 0.38% from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance holding 60% strong. ETH dominance up 0.1% from yesterday. 10.1% for ETH dominance. And Gwei holding at 1.02 Gwei will get you that ETH transacted. Fear of greed ticked up a little bit. We are sitting at 40, which is technically neutral. So maybe a little bit more bullish sentiment slowly ticking back into the market. We're going to look at that and see where people's heads might be. A second while I swallow my last little bit of coffee. All right. Let's tear up this top 100 and see what the top movers are. Whether it's up, whether it's down right now, who knows? Your guess is as good as mine because the market is a little stale still. ETH up 1.13% from yesterday. BNB. There was news that, don't quote me on this because I haven't dove too much into it, but there was news that a lot of funds were kind of selling off on Binance. That they were kind of basically liquidating a lot of their altcoin bags is what I kind of picked up on it. And I couldn't find an article anywhere, at least on Cointelegraph and stuff like that. But the rumor is that they were selling off their bags and going heavy on BNB and other like more stable stuff. And people were kind of trying to call out Binance for liquidating their positions. And then Binance came out and said that we're just repositioning our positions. And I'm kind of like, and calling it FUD. And I'm kind of like, well, so if I have an altcoin and I reposition into a stable coin, is that not the same as selling? Either way, I don't know if that's good or bad for a market. I will try and stay updated on it as the story develops, but it definitely gave a little bit of FUD. But I think because of that, because I think it showed that they were going heavy into BNB. This is why BNB is moving right now. It's up 20% on the week, up 9.66 on the day. That was a long-winded way of just explaining why I think the price is moving up. SWI is up 5.2%. It's moving right now. It was just up 6. Now it's up 5. So it's showing some movement. Go down. BitGet tokens down 11.5%. 7.15% is the upside for Trump coin. Is it making a comeback? I do not know. What else we got? 6% is the upside for Atom. 17.38% for the upside for Phantom. Now Sonic. 7% for Lido DAO to the upside. Damn. I don't know what it is every morning. I start the show, I'm fine. As soon as I start talking, like my nose gets all wonky and my throat gets all wonky. And I apologize for all the throat clearing, guys. Quant up 7.4%. Jito up 7.56%. Holy crap, Pancake Swap. Pancake Swap is Binance Chain swapping, if I remember correctly, and it's up 100%, 106% on the week, 38% on the day. People are looking at BNB. What's going on with BNB? XCN up 19%. And FTX token bringing in your 100 spot, which is down 1.93% today. Guys, I'm gonna do some BNB digging today and see like what am I missing? Why am I not seeing news stories coming out about Binance and Binance Smart Chain with Pancake token swap pumping that much? I'm looking at it. Give me a second, guys. I'm kind of ripping through things. Yeah, it's Binance Chain swapping platform, which I haven't done a lot of Binance token stuff since the NFT era of last cycle. Like, I mean, what's being built on BNB right now that's exciting? Does anyone know? Yeah, Brett, is that the coffee? It's fucking me up. Huh, I gotta dig into this. See what's going on with BNB. All right, guys, to the market, to the charts. This is Bitcoin on the 10 minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. So, like I told you guys yesterday, with we basically got a pullback with live on the stream because of the core inflation stuff, and then Jerome Powell had his hearing. Price got wonky. Then we slowly started pumping up, and then we completely rolled back over. Like I said, remember I told you guys, I think if we start pumping, where did I say we were going to get yesterday? Go back and watch the video. I said probably back up to here, which is kind of exactly what happened. And as soon as we did that, we rolled over, which again, I'm not like bearish on that. I'm not like, oh my God, it's over. It's just, all I see is sideways action. Again, I think everyone is just waiting for some big catalyst, some big Trump announcement, whoop doop doop, to get the price to continue moving upside. But outside of all that, especially on the 1 hour, that 95K, even though we dipped below it, we wicked, but look where these wicks opened and closed at. Basically 95K. We'll call it 94,970. So basically 95K, okay? Which is holding, and that's still good. As long as we continue to hold 95K, it seems to be the magic number right now for the bottom. Outside of that, man, again, nothing has changed from yesterday. And again, if anyone's got any questions, I'll go into questions about what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, but I'm not seeing anything right now. This is chop. This is sideways, boring ass sideways momentum. And like I told you guys, I think at the beginning of this week, there is a potential. Let's go to the daily. Bitcoin has a way of doing this. It has a way of lulling you to sleep and getting people to capitulate and get out of the market. Just like right here, we had this giant run up. And then this is like 240 days of sideways action before we ripped. And there is a large possibility that we do that again. The question is, if we do that again, will you be able to hold and wait it out? I have a feeling that right now, as long as we stay in this range, right? We don't dip below, like especially this wick right here, at 89. I have a feeling that if this is what it looks like we're going to do, the riches will favor the patient. If you're patient, you're not trying to trade every day and you know, and you're not getting chopped up by this boring sideways price action. There's a strong possibility that eventually we'll move to the upside, but this is to get people to capitulate, in my opinion, right now. Brett, what you got? Shot down to 95, 5 even, and printed low. It went below 95 on mine on because I watched the Bybit chart. It definitely went below it. Went to 94.9 or something like that. Or 94.1, excuse me. But again, we're holding 95. candles closing above it. So that seems to be the number. Again, not going short-term bullish until we get back above 100K and turn it. Okay, so if you're new and you're learning to trade, right, we'll do this, turn it to like a little lesson. If you see this, this is support. Ripped up, came below it, and then ripped. Support, 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 support. So I've got both these lines highlighted, this 95.9 and 95. That's support. If you're learning like zones and strength and resistance, support and resistance, whatever you want to call it, these two levels are very strong support. Now, what I want to see to turn short-term bullish, I want to see us get above 100K and start doing this same thing, turning it into support. Whether we break above it like we did here, roll over and touch it, and then turn it into support. Then and only then do I think we'll have a huge continuation to the upside. Now, I could be completely wrong and something can happen. Like, I guess people call it a white swan event, which doesn't make much sense because the whole point of a statement of a black swan event is because it's very rare to see a black swan, or is there no such thing as black swans, whatever. My point is a random catalyst could push this, like the Donald Trump, like when Trump won the election and price could skyrocket 70% instantly. You know, who knows? But if we're just looking at regular price action, I'm thinking we slowly move sideways until we climb and grind and get back above 100. And once we hold 100, then and only then do I think we will start moving to the upside a little bit more. So I hope that makes sense. That was kind of a random, long-winded way of explaining what I'm looking at. Outside of that, let's look at Ethereum, guys. So Ethereum had this little baby pump. And again, look at this price action. So what we've been doing for a week, almost 2 weeks. Yeah, shit, almost 2 weeks. 2 solid weeks. This is just sideways movement. This is to bore you guys to sleep, get you to sell all your shit. Anytime we have these little dumps, things like that. But it's just consolidation, guys. So here's what happened. We had this big pump on the news of, not big pump, that's not a right term. We had a mini pump. We had a pump. A pump right here yesterday afternoon / evening on Ethereum based off of the filing for basically ETFs to be allowed to stake their ETH. If you're unaware, you can stake your ETH and earn a return. You can even buy Ethereum nodes and run nodes, which if you've got the money to do it is even more lucrative, okay? Now, when traditional finance and fund management companies found out you could do that, why wouldn't they double dip? So I hold an underlying, so think of it this way, right? So let's say I'm BlackRock. BlackRock holds a ton of Bitcoin, but they don't sell Bitcoin to their customers, okay? What they do is they create an ETF, which an easier way to look at that is it's a derivative of the Bitcoin. So what they do is, hey, I'm going to hold on to your Bitcoin for you. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to track it. I'm going to quote unquote be a custodian of your Bitcoin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that Bitcoin that I hold into shares and sell that off to people. All right. So I collect a fee for taking care of your Bitcoin, but you never touch Bitcoin. You never see it. You never hold it. You just buy our shares, our derivative. And again, we collect a fee for keeping an eye on it for you, right? For managing it for you. Now imagine that's how these ETFs make a lot of their money. Now imagine someone says, now you can actually earn while you hold for your customers that you're selling derivatives to. So you're like double dipping. So not only am I making money now being a custodian of this underlying asset for my customers, then I get to stake it on the back end and collect it, and then maybe offer my customers a little bit of that percentage, that staking, but I'm going to pocket most of it. So I believe that, in my opinion, when traditional finance fund management companies found out that they could do that, they went balls deep in ETH. So it'll be interesting to see what this does for ETH, because again, you have to lock it up. You have to lock it up and to stake it, and I think it's not like, I have to double check because I don't stake anything, man. After the whole FTX and Celsius debacle and Three Arrows Capital debacle last cycle, I don't stake anything anymore. I don't lock anything up, but there are lockup periods, right? It's not like just come and go. Like ADA, there's no lockup period. You can stake and unstake freely. Ethereum, I'm pretty sure there's lockup periods. So what will that do for the price? I'm not 100% sure, but it seems bullish. My logical brain and my just looking at it from a 30,000 view, 30-foot view, 300-foot view, says that that's bullish, especially because if they do start staking, they've got to hold it for some period of time. What'll be interesting now as we're talking about it is to think is, will they have to basically go public with what their staking periods look like? So if, let's say, using arbitrary numbers, let's say BlackRock buys a million Ethereum, and they lock up that million Ethereum, will they have to be transparent and show when their unlock period is? So just like if tokens are locked up through VCs, pre-sale tokens, they have to show the unlock period. Do we have to see that? Are we allowed to see that? I think it would be beneficial, but we'll see what they do with it. Anyways, that is why we think the price pumped. We have an article on it today we're going to get into. But right now, again, we came right back down to what this is your point of control right in the middle of this ranging, right? So if we do a line, so like right in the middle of this, we bounce up, come below, resistant, bounce up, come below, bounce up, come below. This is your point of control right here in the middle, right? So we're basically breaking even every day. I want to go, before I go on to regular news, I want to see what's going on today. Blah, Bitcoin faces CPI shock. What we got going today? PPI month over month. Well, let's get on to the news, guys. I'll let you go. Again, it's not a lot going on today. All right, MasterCard tokenized 30% of its transactions in 2024. It's already happening, guys. RWAs, real-world assets, tokenization of everything. It's going on behind the scenes. It was going on literally last year before anyone was really even talking about it. So MasterCard tokenizes 30% of transactions in 2024. It views stablecoins as competition, acknowledging crypto's potential to disrupt traditional finance. Multinational payment service giant MasterCard reported that it had tokenized 30% of its transactions in 2024. It also recognized stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies' ability to disrupt traditional finance services. In a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the company said it achieved significant developments towards its goal of innovating the payments ecosystem, including tokenization transactions, creating solutions to unlock blockchain-based business models, and simplifying access to digital assets through a principled approach, including applying prudent risk management practices and maintaining continuous monitoring of our partners that are active in a digital asset market. We are focused on supporting blockchain ecosystems and digital currencies, MasterCard stated. MasterCard said it worked with a range of crypto players to let consumers buy crypto on cards and spend the balances where their brands were accepted. You guys will hear me say this a lot. Don't spend your crypto on bullshit through credit cards. Don't. Stop it. Stop spending your appreciating assets through credit cards as payment for credit cards. I don't recommend it. The company also reported a $28.2 billion in net revenue for 2024, a 12% increase from the previous year. MasterCard recognizes stablecoins as competition. Maybe. MasterCard acknowledges that stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies are emerging as competitors in the payment industry. The company said digital currencies have the potential to disrupt traditional finance markets, you think, and may challenge its existing products. Yeah, you guys are dinosaurs. Absolutely. It said stablecoins and cryptocurrencies may become more popular as they are regulated, as digital assets provide accessibility, immutability, and efficiency. The U.S. lawmakers are preparing legislation to regulate stablecoins and boost the dollar's global dominance. U.S. Representatives French Hill and Brian Steele have released a discussion draft for a bill that would create a regulatory framework for stablecoins in the U.S. Stablecoins saw significant transfer volumes in 2024. Data from crypto exchange CEX.io, CEX, Centralized Exchange IO, showed that annual stablecoin volume for the year reached 27.6 trillion, surpassing the combined volumes of Visa and MasterCard. One of the major factors contributing to the spike in stablecoin transfer volume has been the increased use of bots. CEX.io lead analyst Ilya, we're going to call her Ilya O, I'm not going to try and slaughter that last name, said bot usage doesn't mean the volume is deficient, as bots are used to improve market efficiency. All right. Kind of a nothing burger, but, well, there you go. MasterCard has been tokenizing. Whoop-de-doo. All right. U.S. crypto exchange Coinbase eyes India comeback. They're expanding. Coinbase is in talks with India regulators to re-enter the market after its 2023 exit, as the FIU eases the stance on offshore crypto exchanges. US-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is in discussions with India regulators as it considers a return to the market after halting operations in 2023. Coinbase is engaged with India's Financial Intelligence Unit, the FIU, Financial Intelligence Unit, to explore its re-entry into the market, TechCrunch reported on February 13th. Coinbase is excited by the opportunities in the Indian market, and it intends to comply with applicable regulatory requirements. But we have nothing to announce regarding FIU registration at this time, a spokesperson for Coinbase told Cointelegraph. Wow, this is a nothing burger too. They're just talking about it, maybe. The news came amid Coinbase's chief legal officer joining the U.S.-India Business Council, the USIBC board, which aims to support long-term commercial partnerships and connect government businesses. Yeah, there's not really much in here. It's kind of just hearsay. Yeah, they discontinued operations in 2023. And their chief legal officer joined the USIBC. Right. Well, that's all for that article. All right, moving on. It's boring, guys. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I wish there was like some amazing, bullish banana news to get everybody excited and pump the markets. But this is, I'll say this, right? This is when you need to pay attention. And I know it's boring and I know it sucks. But when the market is like this, the market's down, it's boring, it's dry, it sucks, the majority of people will walk away from crypto or any investment, whether this was traditional stocks or whatever. The average person will walk away and won't keep tabs on it, won't spend this time learning and growing. And when this shit rips again, they get caught on the sidelines, chasing green candles, going, should I get in now? Blah, 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 etc., etc. And I know, trust me, I've done this for a while. I know how boring this can get, and I know how easy it is to just walk away from it. Like, dude, this sideways action. There's nothing really going on. But this, in my opinion, this is where the millionaires are made. Because those of us that stick around, continue to learn, continue to see what the market's doing, continue to see what's developing, continue to build positions, are the ones who make it when this thing rips. Because we're not getting caught with our pants down, chasing green candles, like I said, and going, shit, I should have been here. How many times have you guys had a friend, if you've been around for a while, right? Let me ask you a question. If you've been in the market for a while, PPI higher than expected, unemployment lower. Thanks, Brett. If you've been here for a while, how many times have you had, when the market starts firing, had people come to you and go, dude, I should have bought. Don't be that person. Right now, the time is, it's fine. Don't trade. Don't even make positions, but learn. Continue to grow in the space. Continue to watch price action. Paper trade if you have to, so you can get comfortable with trading. This is where the millionaires are made, in my opinion. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on. Ether shoots up 3.5% as CBOE 21 shares seeks to add ETH staking to ETF. Ether's price briefly spiked 3.5% on the news that asset manager 21 shares plans to add staking to its spot ETH ETF. The price of ETH jumped 3.5% as CBOE BZX exchange filed on behalf of Asset Manager 21 Shares to introduce staking to its spot Ether exchange traded fund. ETH. God, how many times these AI fucking articles, guys? I am so sorry. Let's count, just for fun. Just for fun. How many times in the first paragraph have we said that ETH jumped up 3.5%? It's in the title. It's in the first sentence. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is literally in the first 4 sentences as well as in the title that ETH went 3.5%. Guys, I think we got it. You need to tighten up your little AI agent bot that's making these articles for you. ETH jumped. It says that the price of ETH jumped 3.5%. ETH jumped 3.5%. We got it to $2,776 on the news before pulling back to $2,729 at the point of publication, according to CoinMarketCap. 21 Shares wants to stake a portion of its ETH from time to time. Interesting. 21 Shares would be the first to offer ETH staking in a spot ETH ETF product if approved. It's saying it went to 2,776. Let's look at it on the chart. I'm on Bitstamp. I got damn near 2,800 on a wig. You guys want to see something crazy though? Like really crazy? See this green dot right here? It's exactly where the price action went to before this dump. So this is something Andy will teach you if you guys watch him trade, when he's looking for zones and ranges of where to buy, where to sell. So people were buying right here, and then the price dumped. So there are bag holders up here waiting to get out of these positions. So when you see a price action spike up like this, there is a large potential that it'll sell off once it gets up to here. Because all these people that got caught with their pants down want out of this position and want to break even. So that's what you're seeing right here. If you're really expecting price, we're trying to understand what price action looks like. That's what you're seeing. It pumped up, got to where this big sell-off was right here, and then sold off again and rolled over. Simple as that. All right, back to the news. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Brett, it got up to almost 2,800 on the Bybit chart, which is what I look at. 21 Shares wants to take a portion of its ETH. 21 Shares would be the first to offer ETH staking in a spot ETH ETF product if approved. It intends to stake a portion of the trust Ethereum from time to time through trusted staking providers, according to a February 12th filing with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. Allowing the trust to stake its ETH would benefit investors and help the trust to better track the returns associated with holding the ETH, it said. The filing said 21 Shares will maintain sufficient liquidity, we hope so, in the trust to satisfy redemptions. It also stated that it will not advertise itself as offering staking services or promise any specific returns. No, because you're going to pocket them. That's why. That's what you want to do. You want to double dip. The filing also said 21 Shares would not claim any staking expertise. This isn't going to get approved. In representation to investors. It claims no particular expertise, experience, or technical know-how in relation to staking, and it's staking the trust Ether solely in order to maximize the trust's revenue generation opportunities. Bingo. Just want to make some extra fucking money, which I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, if I had $1 billion and I had a trust of Ethereum, I would gladly stake it. It is significant for the ETH ETF holders who will be able to gain exposure to staking rewards for holding ETF shares, if they even offer it. So like, let's do arbitrary numbers. Let's say they're making 10% on staking their ETH. They're probably going to offer their customers another 1 to 2% while they pocket the rest. ETH staking more appealing to institutional investors? Of course it is. Crypto analysts are bullish on the news, as approval can make the product far more appealing to institutions. An area where ETH ETFs have lagged behind spot Bitcoin ETFs. Popular crypto trader Ash Crypto said in a February 12th X post that this is massive for Ethereum. There is broad consensus among analysts that the Ether ETF aren't as popular as Bitcoin ETFs, partly because Wall Street traders are struggling to define ETH's unique value proposition. It comes only weeks after Ethereum and Consensus Co-founder Joe Lubin told Cointelegraph that he has been in discussions with the ETF providers, and they're already working hard on getting staking approved for spot ETH ETFs. All right, guys, moving on. Texas lawmakers refile Bitcoin reserve bill, adding room for more crypto. More bullish reserve news. The bill would make our state the first to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and drive innovation, growth, and financial freedom, said Senator Schwartner, Schwamy, Swanson, Samsonite. Texas lawmakers have refiled a strategic Bitcoin reserve bill under a slightly different name, opening the door to investments in other qualifying cryptocurrencies. The SB 21 would make our state the first to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and drive innovation, growth, financial freedom, said Texas Senator Charles Short. They literally repeat themselves over and over in these articles. He also thanked Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick for designating his bill to establish the Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve as one of the Senate's top 40 priority bills. I've been told by Lieutenant Governor's office multiple times that this bill is a major priority, said Satoshi Action Fund founder Dennis Porter in a post on X. The SB 21 differs slightly from SB 778, a similar strategic Bitcoin reserve bill that the Republican politician announced in mid-January. The earlier legislation only permits the state to buy and hold Bitcoin as a strategic asset and prevents its use for other state operations unless explicitly authorized. Schwartner refiled the legislation for the purpose of investing in cryptocurrency, and the investment authority for the comptroller of public accounts over the reserve and certain other state funds on February 12th. The bill establishes a reserve as an investment vehicle, allowing the state to actively buy, sell, and manage crypto assets for financial security and economic resilience. I'm having an epiphany. There's a lot of chatter about pivoting to ETH for certain things. Maybe that's why they're changing these bills to allow other cryptocurrencies. Maybe this is what can move ETH. Again, we're not going to have, hear me out. We're not going to have an alt season unless ETH moves. So maybe this is trying to get ETH to move. We'll see. The bill establishes the reserve as an investment vehicle, allowing the state to actively buy, sell, and manage crypto assets for financial security and economic resilience. It also permits investments in other digital assets, but stipulates that they must have had a market capitalization of at least $500 billion in the past 12 months. Currently, only Bitcoin falls in that category. This is what we've been talking about. It's a really wild number. I think it's just maybe it's just leaving the window open in case this market goes ham. They want to buy other shit. Yeah. The SB 21 also gives more control to financial experts, while SB 778 places control in the hands of state legislators and has stricter security oversight and funding rules. Riot Platform's Vice President of Research, Pierre Rocard, commented that the new legislative text for the Texas SBR is very bullish, before adding it removes the annual buying limit of $500 million. The legislature can appropriate as much as it wants to save Bitcoin. There are currently 19 U.S. states with a bill proposed, while Arizona and Utah have advanced legislation beyond the House committee level. The most recent state to propose a crypto bill was North Carolina, which filed for legislation this week to allow the state to invest in Bitcoin exchange-traded products. North Dakota, meanwhile, has rejected legislation regarding crypto investments. North Dakota, what are you doing with your life? All right, moving on. State reserve bills add up to $23 billion in Bitcoin buys, says Van Eck. Some 20 states are mulling creating Bitcoin reserves, which is what we just touched on. And so is the federal government. Yes, we know this. This is not new. Wow, it must be really boring people today, man. There's nobody watching. Proposed law to create strategic Bitcoin reserve in America states could drive as much as $23 billion in demand for Bitcoin if passed. Okay. It's nothing new. It's a nothing burger, guys. We know this. It's kind of the exact same shit the last article was saying. All right, last but not least, guys, I'll let you go. I know it's boring. I apologize. I gotta stop saying that. Just me and Brett, man, just kicking it. Just crushing this boring ass crypto stuff. 6 men kidnapped Chicago family, forcing $15 million crypto transfers. All right, I'm not gonna read this. Why? So the only point I pulled this up is to try and help you guys understand how to keep yourself safe. So let's say this happens every effing cycle. You wake up one morning and your bags have jumped into the millions. You know, just like myself, if you're sitting there and you've put like 20 or 30 grand in this market, and right now you're sitting at anywhere from 75 to 100K, and you wake up and your whole bag, which has happened, your whole bag has 10 to 20x'd, and you're sitting on a couple $1 million. People like to do these things where they show people and post pictures of their wallets and their bags and how, you know, look, there's a lot of shady, evil people out there, and all they want to do is get money. Don't make yourself a target. Be smart. Don't post pictures of how big your portfolio is. Like, I mean, if you made like 100x gain and you want to just show that you made 100x gain, that's cool, but don't show how big. I mean, if I made 100x gain on $1, I only made $100. But don't start taking screenshots of your portfolio and how much is in it and showing, you know, and just, it's bragging about it on social platforms, because every one of these fucking evil ass people can see that. And lots and lots and lots of our personal information, by personal information I mean our addresses, where we live, places that we work, places that we shop, things like that, are very easily accessible and public. Don't be a fool. Be smart. If you're making a bunch of money, in my honest opinion, keep it to your fucking self. Because this shit happens. I have been here since 2017. Guys, this shit happens all the time. And I'll tell you who it happens mostly to. Guys like myself. Crypto YouTubers. Crypto live streamers. Easy fucking targets. Easy targets. Because I just sit here and do this shit in my room. So I'm not like easily trackable. I don't tell people where I'm at all the time. I'm not like doing vlogs of going on trips and things like that. But these other guys, these crypto YouTubers, will go on trips after they've made tons of money, like go to Ibiza or some shit like that, or some foreign country, and be vlogging about it and showing people where they're at. And cool. Now every asshat that wants to rob you knows exactly where your rich ass is at. You're a target. Don't be unintelligent and make yourself a target. That's the only reason I pulled this up. All right, outside of that, guys, we're going to go to the chart one last time before I let you go. Before I let Brett go, because Brett's the only one here. Bitcoin. Just holding that 95.9. That's it. Putting in nice support. It's very strong support all across here. Let's see if it holds. What else we got going on tomorrow? Retail sales month over month. Yep, it's pretty much just everything is doing this. Not just crypto, the entire traditional market. Everybody's just really trying to feel out what this is going to look like for the next 4 years. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and there's one thing markets don't like. That's uncertainty. So outside of that, guys, just keep your eyes on this range, this 95 to 100K. If you want to play the swings, by all means, knock yourself out. Even more so, maybe this 95.9 to 100K seems to be even stronger. Here's what I would be doing, right? So like let's say I'm playing swings. Let's go into lesson mode just for fun. Let's say I'm playing this range, these swings. And let's say I'm only longing. So I'm only hoping for price go up. I would definitely be keeping my entry point, this 95.9 level. And I'd be putting my stop losses somewhere in this range. Somewhere below 95, potentially 94 would be where my stop losses would be. Because if you look at the wicks, they're not getting down there. They're stop loss hunting for sure. But how many wicks in the last 2 weeks have gotten down there? Not very many since this big dump with this huge buyback, right? So I'd be buying in. I'd be longing at 95.9, selling around, let's call it 98.3, 98.5, somewhere in there. And just playing this range as if I was actively trading the swings, which are kind of just more like, they're kind of scalps at this point. Maybe. Yeah, everything's flat, bro. If you're doing some big leverage stuff on US 30, Andy's been crushing it over there. We finally got this with the news. We got this big dump to that 45 level, and we bounced again, and we're back in this range. Again, something to think about, right? If you're trading US 30, which is the Dow Jones, great place to put in longs. That $45,000 level. And then great places to put in shorts. Anywhere between like 44.5 to 44.6. Put in shorts and just play the swings. Maybe even right here. See what pre-market does, which is just open right now. We got a little bit of this push. What's it look like on a smaller time frame? Let's go to 10. No, let's go to 15. So we get this big push on market. Pre-market open. Lack of volume in here. It might just roll over. But again, if you're playing some big swings, 44 is a great buy zone. Unless we lose it, things like that. But hey, that's it, guys. I'm rambling now. I'm really just trying to struggle for things to talk about. So I don't want to do that anymore. I'm gonna let you guys go. So per usual, guys, if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please like the video, share the video on all your social platforms, tell everybody, let's get them in here. And if you're interested in learning how to trade, whether it be crypto, whether it be traditional markets, if you're interested in being part of a community that will help you learn and grow financially, as well as your regular lifestyle, guys, check out the Pip Connect. It is the link to it is tagged in the chat. See if it's the right fit for you. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to me or Andy. Outside of that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.